Good morning, my dear students. Myself, Madhumita Mishra, your science teacher. Welcome you all to this class. So, today we are starting again chapter number 7 Amazing Animals. Today I am going to tell you more in this chapter. So, this is the second part of this video. In this part, we will learn about adaptation in animals, body covering in animals, camouflage, feeding habits in animals, organs for breathing in animals, movement in animals, and migration in animals. So let us start. The term adaptation. What does the adaptation means? It means there is a change in body organ for function, feature or behavior of an organism which will allow them to survive. So we can understand adaptation is defined as the process of adjustment of an organism with its environment. Now adjustment towards body organs, towards functions, towards feature and behavior of the organism. Now, adaptation may be in their different things can be there where they are adapting themselves, like they are using different ways for breathing, then their feeding habits are different, means all the animals are eating different kinds of food, all animals are having different body coverings. So, in this way, different animals show different types of adaptation to live in a particular habitat. Habitat, which is the home of an animal. So, let us start first kind of adaptation, that is body covering. Animals are having body covering which are playing very important role to keep them safe from the environment, like when there is extreme hot or cold weather, their body coverings are protecting them. Also it keep them safe from the other animals. So all the animals are having different kinds of body covering. Like first kind of body covering is scale. There are various animals who are having scales on their body. For example, bodies of fishes and reptiles. They have scales on their body. Their body is covered with scale, and scales vary in size, shape and structure. The scales are different in different animals. Like shrimps have rigid scale. Some fishes like eel, they don't have scales on their body. Most of the reptiles are having horny scales which can prevent from the water loss. And snakes also have scales on their body. The next type of body covering we can see in some of the animals is shell. Very common animal, you can see turtle or tortoise, you will see shell on their body. So a shell is actually a very hard outer covering which is helping to protect animals when they are in danger. So different animals like tortoise, turtle, snail, they are having hard shell on their body. So that shell is keeping them safe into their environment. When these animals are in danger, they can withdraw their head or the limbs inside the shell, as you can see here. So with the help of these shells, they can protect themselves from the danger. Birds are having feathers on their body. So the body of bird is covered with feathers which are helping them in flying. They can fly very easily with the help of feathers and also give shape to their body. Birds are using their feathers to keep themselves warm in cold as well as to protect themselves from the rain. Various animals are having fur and wool on their body, like animals like sheep, goat, bear. They have fur or wool on their body. The complete body is covered with that. That thick fur of the bear protect it from the rain and the cold. The body of sheep is covered with wool, which can again protect it from the wool. So their body coverings are somehow protecting themselves towards the environment. When anything is against their body, those body coverings are helping them to protect. Now, the next topic is camouflage. What does this term camouflage means? Camouflage means feature of merging the body covering with their surrounding. As you can see in this picture, that there is a squirrel, but you cannot find out because it got mixed with its environment. So, various animals like tiger, zebra, and grasshopper, they can easily merge their body covering with their environment, means they can mix themselves with the environment. So this feature actually is called camouflage, and these animals are called, the animal which can mix with the environment is known as camouflaging animal. So camouflage makes helping them in one way, like it is very difficult to find them because they completely get mixed with the environment, so it is difficult to spot them. Also they can protect themselves from the hunting, poaching. Poaching means from illegal hunting. Some animals can mix with the environment and they can keep them safe. Animal like chameleon, they can even change their color to match to their environment, to match to their surrounding. Chameleon is very famous for changing the color and mixing into the environment. Next topic is feeding habit of animal. Feeding habit means eating habit. Animals need food. Now why do they need food? What is the reason? To grow, to stay healthy, to get energy. They need food. So with the energy only they can move their body. So they need food and they are dependent on plants, as well as there are some animals who are dependent on other animals. So on the basis of feeding habit, we can divide animals into three groups: herbivore, carnivore, and omnivore. Let us understand the first one, herbivore. Animal which eat only plants, we call them as a herbivore. Various animals like cow, goat, sheep, giraffe, zebra, they all comes in the category of deer. They all are herbivore animal. They are herbivore because they eat only plant. Now, they are having a particular kind of teeth which allow them to eat. They have sharp front teeth, that is known as incisors, which help them to cut the part of a plant, and they are having flat as well as large back teeth, that is premolars and molars, which help them to grind their food properly. Next group of animals are carnivores. Carnivores means animals that eat only flesh of the other animal. So we say they are known as carnivores or carnivorous animals. Various animals like lion, tiger, wolf, they all are carnivore animals. They are having very sharp and pointed teeth. You can see here sharp and pointed teeth which allow them to tear the flesh easily, and they are having very strong back teeth. The back teeth is very strong which can help them to chew the flesh. The various examples of carnivores are fox, wolf, lion, shark. They all comes in the category of carnivore. Now there are various birds also which are included in the category of flesh eating bird, like eagle, kite, vulture, they all are in the category of flesh-eating bird. They have hooked beaks which can help them to tear the flesh, and they also have very sharp and strong claws to catch the prey. They can hold prey in their claws. Third category of animal are omnivore. Why do we call them omnivore? Because the animals that eat both plant as well as flesh of other animal, we say they are called as omnivore. In that category, we can include like bear, crow, and also we as a human being are known as omnivore because we are eating and some animals are eating both plants and animals or flesh of other animal. Now, there are various animals, my dear students, who are using different part of their body to breathe. So as we know, all the animals breathe. Different animals breathe through their different organ. Like organisms like amoeba and paramecium, they breathe through their body surface. Their body surface allow them to breathe. As you can see in this picture, various insects like grasshoppers, they have tiny holes along the side of their body. These holes are known as spiracles. We call it spiracles. So these insects are breathing through their spiracles. The air will enter into their spiracles and it will reach to the complete body part through small tube. We call it as a breathing tube. So those spiracles will allow air to enter and it will reach to the complete body. Now there are various aquatic animals like fish, prawn and crab. They also breathe. And which part of body they are using to breathe? They are using their gills. So they take water through their mouth and water passes through the gills into their body. The oxygen present in the water got absorbed and then it will reach to the every part of the body. So the gills also expel carbon dioxide into water. Now, how do frogs breathe? Frogs breathe through their moist skin as well as through their lungs. So when they are in water, how do they breathe? Through their moist skin. But on land, it breathes through their lungs. Earthworm can breathe through its moist skin. They have a moist skin which allow them to breathe. Now, all the mammals like comes in mammals category, we can say birds, reptiles, adult amphibians, all these are breathing through their lungs. They have two lungs. Like we as a human being, they have lungs which are connected to the windpipe. So air reaches to the lung portion through the nostril. And then the lungs will take up the oxygen from the air and it give out all the carbon dioxide that breathe out through the nostrils. Now aquatic mammals like whales and dolphins, they breathe through their lungs. They are using their lungs to breathe. Now, how do animals move? Animals move from one place to another. The reason behind their movement is in search of food, shelter, and also to protect themselves from the enemies. So, all the animals are using different organs of their body for the movement. Let us understand one by one. Land animals. Mostly, you will see the land animals will move with the help of their legs to get the food, to save themselves, they move with their legs. Many of the animals are having four legs. They move with their four legs. So the front leg is known as a forelimb and the back leg is known as a hind limb. Now, some animals like dog, cat, tigers, they all move with their four legs. Different animals you will see, they all are moving with their four legs. But we as a human being are using our two legs to move from one place to another. That is our hind limbs. Our forelimbs are included into hand, which allow us to hold various things. Now, there are various reptiles like lizard, crocodile, and tortoise. They have limbs, still they can crawl on the land with the help of these short legs. Fishes are using fins to move from one to another place. Under the water, they can move very easily with the help of their fins. Now, various aquatic animals like fish move with the help of its fins, while frogs and ducks they are using web feet for their movement so they can swim easily underwater with the help of web feet. Turtle have four paddle-like limbs which allow to push the water back and they can move forward. These limbs are pushing the water backward and taking their body forward. Animals like penguins and seal, they have flippers. With the help of their flippers, they can move under water. Birds are moving very easily. They are using wings to fly high. They have a very strong wings and they have a lighter body. So that lighter body will allow them to fly. They have a hollow structure in their body. They can fly very easily due to lighter weight of the body. Just by moving their wings up and down, birds push themselves into the air. So these wings are helping them to cut the pressure of the air. They also have two legs. They are using their legs to perch on the branches of the tree. They also use their legs to walk or hop on the ground. Some birds like emu, ostrich, and penguin, they cannot fly. They have wings, still they cannot fly. The reason behind it is they have a heavy bodies and having very weak wings. There are various insects like cockroach. They can move with their legs. They have six legs. Ants, cockroach, and bugs. They all crawl on the ground. Some insects like grasshoppers, they have legs and they are using their legs for hopping. With the help of legs, they can jump to a long distance like doing hopping. Some insects like water boatman can swim in water with their legs. Many insects like butterfly, firefly, they also have wings which can allow them to fly. Now, the next topic is migration. What does the term migration means? The mass movement of animals, birds from one to another place, that is from unfavorable to favorable condition to environment, they move together. So we say it is a migration. Every year we can see that various animals move from one to another place to avoid harsh environment condition in search of food and to reach their breeding grounds. They all move from one to another place. They move all together. So this is called migration. Arctic tern makes the longest migration, about 40,000 kilometers in winter, from Arctic Circle to the Antarctic Circle and back to Arctic Circle at the end of winter. Siberian crane, mallard duck, they come in India during winters to breed. Fishes like salmon, they live in seawater. Salmon travel to a long distance to reach the freshwater rivers just to lay eggs. The young one travel back to sea. Various types of insects like locusts, monarch butterfly, they also migrate from Canada to Mexico during winters and they again come back during summers. So, in this way, that migration allowed them to survive in the environment. Their survival is possible because of migration. So here we have completed our this chapter. Thank you. Go through the video. Thank you.